What is it about that car?
I've decided to do what millions haven't done, and that's to look at the Chequers Brexit white paper conclusions. I'm not going to look through 100 and odd pages reading the whole document, because the conclusion is sufficient for my needs and the needs of millions of people who are going to continue living their lives in slavery, whether they're in the EU or out of the EU. But I probably jumped the gun in saying that, and lots of people will have turned off already because they can't contemplate the idea that they're actually living in a system which is making them all slaves. Right, here goes. The document is subtitled, I think, "The Future Relationship Between the United Kingdom and the European Union. Conclusion and next steps." The white paper has been set out to show the UK's proposal for a principled and practical Brexit following the decision of the people of the UK to leave the European Union. United. There's nothing united about the union of the Europeans, I suppose. But then again, they're united in the fact that they don't like the Theresa May white paper at all. But anyway, let us continue. This white paper has set out the UK's proposal for a principled and practical Brexit, following the decision of the people of the UK to leave the EU. Well, first of all, let's just say it wasn't the people of the UK who decided to leave the European Union. It was just over half of them. And it probably wasn't even that, because of the amount of people that didn't vote at all. So, it was only half of those that voted, just over half of those that voted, that decided they wanted to leave. But it seems to me that they wanted to leave on lies on both sides. I mean, after almost 2 years of talking about it, they seem to have got nowhere. But I'm rambling on again. The government believes that this proposal is the right one for both sides, striking a new balance of rights and obligations. Well, the strange thing is, these rights and obligations are just the standard rights of the global economic system, which is the system that enslaves us all anyway. whether we're in the EU or out of the EU. So there's no new balance. It's just, how can I put it, just a set of rules, rights and obligations that are the same as they've always been, really, but just worded in a different way. We're still, whether we like it or not, trapped in a global monetary economic system, whether we're in the EU or out of the EU. So nothing's changed at all. Let's scroll down a little bit. There we go. Taken together, the package presented in this white paper would A. Deliver for the economy, preserving frictionless trade at the border for goods and making sure that the UK is best placed to capitalise on the industries of the future, in line with the modern industrial strategy, striking new trade deals with old friends and new allies. Well, when you think about it, there's nothing new at all in any of that. You know, deliver for the economy. Well, delivering for the economy is us just carrying on working to earn money to make the system keep on going round and round in circles. That's what the economy is. It's a monetary economy. It's not an economy that's for the people. It's an economy that's for the elite. Nothing more, nothing less. It's an economy for those that manage it, those people that actually admit. Some member of the Conservative Party admitted that it was her system and it was up to them to manage it properly, and they can't, because the economic system is skewed, and it always has been skewed, because that's the way the system is. It makes everybody a competitor with their next door neighbour, and competition is like a form of warfare. So that's what it's doing. It's breeding people to become at war with each other. This system is. So, goods and making sure that the UK is best placed to capitalise on the industries of the future. If we were living in a sensible, functioning system, which was for the benefit of the whole of the UK population, not just the elite few at the top, but for the whole population, there would be no need to capitalise on industries of the future, because the people would be managing those industries for the betterment of their fellow human beings. But no, they just want to carry on managing their system. And I haven't got anywhere near getting through this white paper that just says it's our system and you will do as you're told and you will work for money so that you can pay us our wages and we can live in luxury. And you peasants can just carry on suffering and competing with each other until you end up dead.